Yo, what the fuck is going on? Today is December 30th. We're going to be going over penny stocks, open market, and pre-market. We're going to start with AMIX, AMIX. This thing went straight up from 350s all the way to 690s. Nice. Has a gap fill level from 670s all the way to 13. So that was kind of high on the list of if this maintains and holds up in pre-market, gets over those levels, we could potentially see a push up to there. Unfortunately, this thing did fade off into open. It was over the intra 200 right here. However, it just kind of slotted down to its death and then has gone flat. RIP in the chat. Moving over to AMPG. This is a recycled name. It's been running for a while. It's had highs here in pre-market of 630. In pre-market today, it got over top of that. It did open, well, actually, it was going to open above it, but we had an offering, I think. Offering right to a previous day high at 550. It kind of recovered a little bit and then faded off. Usually, I like to stay away, again, from recycled names. We have been getting some crazy recoveries lately, so that is interesting. I just not very good at playing slower moving stocks, so this thing did run up to 630 and then just kind of die out. I still don't think it's technically dead in the water, but hopefully it is. I'm tired of seeing fucking AMPG. Moving over to CTM. This is another multi-day runner. It's been running for a while now. Its yearly highs are at 197, so basically 2. We have a key level here. Previous pivot at 170. Nice pre-market. I don't like this spike and all the way back down volcano motion. We do get a dip off of open into this yearly highs at 2. So if you wanted to add here or here, kind of like a double bottom there, that's pretty good return all the way up to 284. The biggest thing for this market that we're going to get a review here in a little bit is a lot of stuff did not push in the morning, and stuff pushed later, like late morning, early afternoon. So going over this stuff, the first 30 minutes to an hour kind of choppy in my opinion, but stuff like this that are multi-days, again, you're just looking for key pivotal levels, this previous day highs, yearly highs, all-time highs, all that jazz. So that was probably the best push, and then just kind of went flat from there. CYN, look at this piece of shit. CYN, okay, coming back to December 23rd, we had a high here at 1. This thing has been fading. It's here at 80 cents. The pre-market was kind of dog shit. The volume was dog shit. This is what I mean, for the first hour, it didn't do anything, and the volume was irrelevant. There was no volume here. And then all of a sudden, biggity bockity boo, this bitch goes straight up. We have a nice pivot level of 87, so that's a good flag right here overall. And then it just goes fucking straight up. It does fill the gap from 70 cents to $1.60. This is the second one I think I've seen. I think we'll go over another one possibly. But last week we had AILE also fill the gap, so this could be a theme for the rest of the week. Who knows? But it is nice to see something fill the gap. Pretty much rode the 190 MA all the way up. This is like the only flag right here. Other than that, it's kind of a breakout trade. And then from there, just low volume there and death. I don't know if this is a stop out or news or whatever, but regardless, right back down. Crazy volcano. Look at this volcano. The volcano of death. This is Mount Everest we're looking at here. But overall, good front side move, but that's more of like a manipulation move in my eyes. Moving over to FFIE. FFIE has also been kind of low, slow grinding. 178 is kind of a pivotal point. Pre-market, it's kind of ass. I mean, it's okay. Volume's not really there. It is opening over VWAP. It goes straight up into a halt at 320, and then it comes all the way back down. That is one thing we noted from last week, is anything that pushes straight up in the first 15 minutes of open tends to give it all back. And sometimes they will give it all back and then maybe push later in the day. But if you're looking solely at the first hour or two of open, once it starts to go down, just kind of avoid taking it. I did actually try some here. Now that I'm saying that, RIP in the chat, but we did notice flags over VWAP as well last week. So this kind of trend is fighting both of that. I thought maybe we can get a nice bounce here. It did break VWAP first down to 240 and then push, but even then that was kind of a failed rotation. So it did not push out any higher from there, but it did again come back. This is just, you know, volcano, slow grind upwards. It does break over VWAP here and kind of hold it right here. Like this part is a good flag area. We go upwards, 260s to 310s. That's pretty good. This is all kind of choppy right here. It's going sideways, and then we get the push in after hours. So, I mean, this was nice. This middle day flag was kind of nice. Other than that, if you didn't catch the open bell dip, there really wasn't a whole lot to trade on FFIE. Moving over to HOLO. All right. HOLO was a big piece of shit today. I think a lot of people can agree. It did look decent right here. So the volume was pretty low. And then at 9, I think I got more news. Goes straight up into 519 from 3. I think I actually took some here off of VWAP just in case. We have seen this before, but anything that's opening near highs tends to also get destroyed, which this did. This price action right here was kind of just all over the place. Just, to me, there was no, like, we have this initial dip. We have a recovery up to here. In my eyes, I also took some, I think, here. Thinking, well, we have this recovery here. I'm thinking at least we get a break over the downtrend, hold 410 to 420, nice. And then maybe push to 475. We break 475 up to 520. After 520, you know, we have these key levels 570, 655. So we didn't get that either. It does break down further. It pops again, holds VWAP again here, and fails again. So this, to me, I've been trading the first 30 minutes to an hour pretty heavily last week. So today I kind of got bagged a little bit, not gonna lie, just because things really weren't, for the most part, a lot of things didn't really work out early in the morning. We just had a lot of late morning pushes. But this price action kind of fucking sucks in my opinion. Like, we do break this downtrend and then it just dies again, and then it just stay like there's no good opportunities really here. I feel like it does kind of slowly recover, and then we have a push out right here at noon. Comes all the way back down to VWAP. Goes flat. We do have the classic kind of bull flag look right here. Usually midday bull flags are super bullish, especially near the high of days. And in this case, it's the high of day near open. It's not over pre-market highs, but still, nonetheless, this is a nice long-term trade bullish flag right there. It breaks out. This is a beautiful dip to previous high right there. Dip back down to $5. That was a nice flag right there. Straight up into 580s. We had kind of ride the 190 EMA right here. This is a weird looking flag. It's just kind of, you have this dip and suck, and then it slowly grinds and then pushes. This is a nice mini bull flag right here. Can't deny that. Beautiful flag. And then it just kind of 1 minute flags all the way up to $8. Nice. And then it fades off the rest of the day. Overall, this push from here This flag up to here was super nice. The morning was, if you just look at this is just choppy. Like this is, you know, trying to hold for a bigger picture move at least, kind of all over the place. But it is nice that we do get a push later in the day. And for the most part, that's kind of, once it gets past this chop, it's kind of more clean price action. So pretty nice move later in the day. We'll see what it does tomorrow. All right, moving over to INTZ. All right, INTZ. So this one, another one that ran on Friday. So this is a multi-day one. We have the daily 200 here at 280. You also have the yesterday pre-market highs at 280 as well. Nice push from $2 all the way to fucking $5. So it's basically up 100% here. Nice dip out of the VWAP area. Push into the yearly highs at 530. Nice flag here, and then a nice push. So overall, I mean, even this was kind of like a bull flag setup right here. And then a nice push. It halts here at 941. We open. We have a dip down to the yearly high. I hesitated here a little bit. I try to avoid halts, but halts over key levels like this can tend to have more pushes to the upside. Sometimes they don't, but having a clear risk level of 540, and then it pushes all the way up to 730, and then she dies off. So again, this supports the fact that things that push vertical in the first 30 minutes tend to die off. It's sometimes just like we did with HOLO, or not HOLO, with FFIE, they'll come all the way back down and sometimes push later in the day. But with INTZ, multi-day runner, it kind of just faded off into nothing. Going over to core, I actually took this one off because this price action tends to never work. It is low volume. We do actually get a decent push here. Not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. Again, this is just choppy, low volume, but yeah, I'm not really gonna review it that much. Kicksin's like a straight up pump and dump. I'm not gonna review that either. There's no volume. Maybe it picks up volume in after hours here, but maybe not. NLSP, similar to AMIX, except this one I thought was way worse than AMIX, just because if you look at the previous history, so if we start here on December 3rd, its highs were basically $7. So it fades off. So that's another key thing is certain tickers do the same things over and over and over again. So this one pushes up and then fades. Highs at 7. It then pushes here. So push, fade, push, fade. 330s is the second pivotal level. So if we're looking at it today, this is a bigger push than the past two, but we're opening below 330. To me, I'll pass. Best case is this one spike into 330 and then dies out. Most of the times these fade stocks always suck, but if it's one that's recycled, it's a backside play, it's fading under its previous push, tend to be very bearish. So nothing, just dead there. Moving over to NXU. I wish I had NXU back. RIP in the house. NXU was looking really good in pre-market. It's coming from 30 cents. So if it opens over $1, it's going to be tight halt bands. We do have nice flags here. Like this push from 740 to 850 was super nice. We have a key level here at 94. It is fading into open. I don't think I tried any off of open here. At this point, I just figured best case is we get this. However, once we got this break of the downtrend, this flag was actually pretty nice, and we were over VWAP. I tried some like there, and then just took it off like right here, just because it was, to me, the volume, it felt like it should have gone earlier, and it just kind of stayed down here. And so I tend to like faster moving. So this thing got rid of it. It then pushed back up and then fucking popped. Pretty annoying there, but nice push here. Holds this level. So another decent flag over top of the previous highs. So we saw that as well on HOLO, I believe. We have a breakout. We have a key resistance point. It breaks, comes back, hits that support level, and then goes. So this was a beautiful flag right here. If you missed this flag previously down there, kind of like a double bottom flag here at 90 cents over this key level. Pushes out. The price action in this was a little choppy, so it was that. But we do break out. We hold the 190 EMA all the way up to 150s. God damn, I had fucking, what did I have? 78 cents. Sheesh. Pushes out, and yeah, so pre-market high is also at 108, so that's why it kind of held here. So this is also a cup and handle type move. Another beautiful move. We have another little flag here, and then another push out into over twos. Crazy, crazy fucking move. But again, this move didn't really start until 10 a.m. The major move didn't really start till probably like 10:30. So it's something to keep in mind. We have seen a ton of U patterns, but then after they kind of rotate, they just fail again. But with this market today, we have seen a lot of stuff rotating back and then just exploding. So we'll keep NXU on watch for tomorrow as well. It is pushing near highs right now. Did hold over these current levels. Moving over to OCTO. Octomonogonopus. This one I had started as one of my favorite ones going into open. We're in a downtrend, and I think this pattern is slowly going away, but the downtrend holding of the intra 200 push, I think it's getting weaker and weaker. But you know, I used to take this all the time, but we haven't really seen a whole lot in the past couple of days. But this pushes up, hits view up, and then dies out, and that's the end of it, which is crazy. I see, like, we have been getting stuff like, holy shit, we've been getting stuff like this. We have a rotate into view up off of open, a curl that doesn't get back to view up, and then just death. This is usually what we've been getting. So NXU is kind of unique in that way. Although NXU did kind of open well above, wasn't really in this big deep drawdown, but we did also have the daily 200 at 290, so that's also a big reject if we were underneath it. So RIP in the chat for OCTO as well. Moving over to OPTT. To save time, I'm going to try and just blow through this real quick. I think the volume's super low. Do have a nice flag here. One thing to note is the gap fill level. I believe we do fill the gap as well. Yes. So we fill the gap all the way up to 70. We have yearly highs at 81. This is more of a grind stock, but overall that's another beautiful trade. And then dip to the intra 200, breaking a view up and then pushing and going. Super nice. PDYN, another recycle name. I'm not going to go over it. Again, crazy recovery. I don't know what 1050 might be a pivot, but we've seen a lot of this. But this had a lot of halts in it, so that's why I didn't really trade it. PLRZ. This one also didn't look too bad coming into open. We had a gap fill, 232, 210. Wasn't really that big. She opens and just fades off. Yeah, and dies off. So you get that on some of these tickers. Some just kind of have no volume and die off. So that's what PLRZ did. The REKR ball. This one, the pre-market action kind of sucked ass. Another fader. Let's see, recovery like W, beautiful W pattern right there. I mean, you can literally see it. That's crazy. Yeah, so you have stuff like this. It does move middle of the day, but it's kind of like a volcano, up down. I'm not really concerned with these type of tickers. I'd rather trade other things that are going fucking bonkers. Moving over to RVSN. RVSN is also a day 2 or multiple day runner. Let's see. Nice push out of the open from 140s to 180s. Nice hold of view up here. Another push. Volume dries up again. And then we have this crazy like power hour move right here. I don't know if this is news or what, but it goes straight up and then just kind of goes sideways. I don't really love this ticker. This move seems artificial. The morning was good. Nice dip to view up there, but other than that, don't really like it. I will watch that tomorrow as well. SES is a not day 2 move. What is SES? It's been running for a couple days now. Again, like I said earlier, a lot of stuff is running and just continues to kind of hold up in pre-market. This is dog shit price action here, so I'm not going to review it. That's usually what we get for recycled names. Moving over to SMX. SMX is also a recycled name. Again, we have this reclaim, push, and then death, and then this middle day push. So you have a nice kind of, goddamn. You have this nice little 1 minute flag right here. You also have the hold of a previous pivot at 45 cents. We have this push up. So let's see, push up, pre-market highs at 60. You have this cup and handle look right here. You also have the old dip to the previous high. So there you go. There's three I think today of chop in the morning, and then 11, 12 o'clock breakout, and then this beautiful first 5 minute flag back down to the previous high. I mean, that's beautiful. So we've had multiple of those. So I'll keep that on watch as well. We also have this gap fill level from 53 to 140. So this could fill the gap at some point. Maybe not today, tomorrow, this week, whatever. But gap fill plays have been pretty hot. So nice dip to 52. Push to 64. We have a nice double bottom flag here. Again, another nice cup and handle look right here with a dip over pre-market highs to 60. And then just fucking rips. Beautiful. And then fades out into close. So that's another pattern as well, as things have been ripping, and then power hour seems to be kind of like sideways. So just be careful of that. STEM, STEM. I hate this pre-market structure in general. We do have a pop at open. We have a dip to the gap level at 75. Gap fill is 99. It already kind of does that in pre-market, so it is kind of meh. We have a push up the view up and then death from there. Nothing there. STI, another recycled name. Holy shit. We have had a lot of fucking names today. We are at 23 minutes. Shoo. STI, so to get through these last three, STI low volume, but it does push the view up and then fade. View up, break, and fade seems to be a pattern as well, so watch out for that. VINC, another good runner today. This thing was also kind of fading off a cliff, so kind of hard to know that this was going to run. It does have a 1 minute dip, go straight up. It does hold VWAP right here, so 1, 2, 3. This dip right here was kind of iffy. It's just up, down, down. It was nice in hindsight, but if you look at it from like here, no, it's just kind of like, it's not really the best flag, if I had to say so myself. But beautiful entries here. 36 goes up to 51. We kind of have this double bottom flag near view up as well. It holds and then fades off a cliff. This is another typical pattern. Another push to pre-market high and then fade. But a lot of things have been breaking pre-market high today, so we'll see. We'll see what it does. It probably is going to fade out for the rest of the after hours. Final trade of the day was WATT, W-A-T-T, another recycled name. 72 cents was the high. It's obviously well above that. We have the daily 200 at $1.18. My biggest complaint again is this came from 40 cents. It's opening at $1, over $1. You're gonna get tight halt bands. I just stayed away from it. The risk sometimes is just too much. These things can just halt off the rip. But it did, again, rotation-wise, it rotated over top of this pivot. We have this nice flag here. So again, tomorrow I'm going to be looking exclusively, well, not exclusively, but I'll be heavy in on these breaks of the previous highs and dips back down to them. So this dip right here would have been really nice. We have this push and then push again. And then she fades. Nope, she doesn't fade off. We have another power hour kind of crazy runner again. I don't know what triggered this, but I'm not really, let's see. So the highs here were 2, it gets to 2. Nice cup and handle right here. So cup and handles, dips to the previous high, flags, you know, after 10, 10:30, 11 have been working very well in this market today. So it could just be a today thing, but we'll have to see for later. Nice push in the after hours. We'll see what that does tomorrow. Holy shit. I think this is the record for the longest review. Anyways, today was really good. The momentum was there. I do think it was choppy out of the gates. And then once certain tickers found their breakout moments, I think there were a lot of good plays to be had. I think tomorrow, the biggest thing is just to kind of wait for those moves to happen and then attack them when they do. So that is it for me. Peace.